Moment of silence. Y'all fucked up. TRP forever. Flow light years beyond y'all, you're not scary. I deserve a statue in front of South Ferry. You niggas dead serious, I'm dead serious. How I feel to be second fiddle, I'm just curious. I know why you don't want me on them group songs, cause I turned a group song into a fluke song. I'm too strong, I get it, y'all niggas spooked. If I wasn't fluke, I wouldn't do a feature with Fluke, dog. Nate hyped me, now I'm about to catch a body. If you ain't Tyrone Briggs, nigga, then tread lightly. Try to chill, I really want y'all to just like me, cause y'all stopping the king, homie, it ain't likely. Not fair how I'm punking these rappers scared niggas local, I'm in the air. How these silly niggas compare when they rapping with they ain't living. I'm literal, be literally, lyrically. Y'all niggas so little to me, lil' me's. Niggas cornballs, base guard, lil' bees. You never make it out the hood trying to belittle me. Please, competition is a rap here. We the reason why half of these niggas rap here. Shout out to my real niggas who trap here. Watch your back here, cause half of these niggas rats here. Yeah, all rats, no tails. Just real niggas who tells you details.
Chang ain't do this shit, nigga.
Say it again.
Big Brook, N.A. Rock,
You know what I mean?
Side, Shade, the fucking pack, nigga. Stop snitching. We getting money. And fucking a lot of bitches too. I'll holler for it.
Besides becoming Jasmine Walton's husband, my goal's to be with every statin' on. This wasn't to show the effing world I'm the best recording. Kill your dog and bring him back like I'm Seth MacFarlane. Got too many problems to be stressing all of them. With way too much groupies to have sex with all of them. As far as my God, best for sure. Sneeze together cause your knees, God's blessings. All of them. These young niggas sound like Chief Keef on his worst day. The ones my age, mine as well, make a We Are the World take. Old rappers, war stories got me crucially bored. Plus they stack vocals like they take Tupac Shakur. I'm only spitting the truth. Don't make subliminal moves. I'm now standing alone. Me, I don't fit in with crews. In prime time, I'm Joe Jackson when I write in the booth. Meaning anything related to him, like God Pews. Can't on bad, shorty. Me mad balling. No cash on me, no paper. The only paper I had raps on them. Grace was mad up. I'm in dad with black on me. Beat the black on me. Took a break and beat it back on me. Take a rap, surely. Kirk Black on my dad, surely. For put me back in that tree with that bin and that bad on me. Shit, that was my past. Back to how well I pedaled my skills. Who couldn't handle bars with a helmet, some pedals.
What's good? You already know the vibery. Tea time in the building. Knicks N Ish. You already know. Decided to pull up today. Yeah, I mean, shout out to my guy Fraj in the building. My team Knicks N Ish is in the building. You already know the vibery. Yeah, I mean, my guy Marlon is in the building. I see you. You'll press that like button. You know what I mean? Press that like button if you got eyes on me, man. That's important, you feel me? And share while you at it, you feel me? So before I get started, let's just get right into it, right? RJ Barrett just got that extension. It happened yesterday. I'm a little bit late to the draw on the live, but I'm here, right? Because I like to, I was busy yesterday, but I also like to try to gather as much information as I can. So I know what I'm talking about, just a little something. You feel me? And I just don't be on here just talking. So, RJ Barrett signed a 4-year, $120 million contract. I am absolutely excited about that. Obviously, I'm wearing my RJ Barrett jersey today. You feel me? Shout out to my guy, Star J Barrett. Ever since we drafted him, I was very high on RJ Barrett, and that hasn't changed. So that's very dope that we signed him 4 years, $20 million. From what I understand, is incentive-based, as an incentive-based contract. So he has to reach a lot of milestones to, get his full bread. And I think that is all in the essence to keep him hungry. You feel me? And make sure he don't have one of those years that mindset that since I got my money, I don't gotta keep on, grinding. And I think. I could be wrong. I don't know the exact figures, but I think it's like 109 million guaranteed, and the other ones is like the rest of the bread is incentive based. You feel me? And I think some of the incentives are something like making an all-star team and stuff like that to keep the young lion hungry. You feel me? And I think that's dope. And it goes a lot to say. There we go. Thank you, Jacob. Shout out to Jacob on the Jacob on the YouTube check-in. You're helping me get my numbers right, and I appreciate you guys for that. Right? He can earn up that extra 13 million. And Jacob also said, yeah, like the all NBA, all star, all defensive teams. Yeah, shout out to Jacob. And then I said 109. It was 107. Shout out to Jacob keeping us honest with our information. You feel me? Yeah, Jacob, why you there? Press like for your boy. Why you there in YouTube land? You feel me? Yeah. So that keep the young lion hungry, man. And let's not sneeze at the fact that RJ Barrett was eligible for, well, let's get some of the milestones and particulars out of the way before I go into that, right? We all know the Charlie Ward curse. You feel me? Not re-signing a rookie that we drafted to an extension since '99, I believe. 23 years of that, and it's finally broken with the re-signing of RJ Barrett. That is fire. You feel me? RJ Barrett is man. RJ Barrett got a bright future, man. And it's dope to see that, Charlie. We breaking curses, man. We breaking curses. So what I was about to say was, RJ Barrett, but Mitch was a second round draft pick, son. You know what I mean? That's the difference. You feel me? That's the difference between RJ Barrett and Mitch. The curse was actually broken with RJ Barrett because RJ Barrett was a first round draft pick. Shout out to my guy Fraz. Barry, I see you in the comments, Brody. But what I was about to say is, RJ Barrett was actually due for, eligible for a 5-year, $185 million contract. That's the same kind of contract that Zion and Ja Morant signed earlier in the offseason. And RJ Barrett was due for that. Granted, RJ Barrett is not yet on Zaz and Zion's level, but for him settling for 120, that bodes well, and that also shows, that he believes in the future plans for the organization, bro. Like that's kind of a lot of bread to leave on the table. Any way you slice it, I think if RJ Barrett would have forced their hand, they would have absolutely have to give RJ Barrett his bread. And if the Knicks would absolutely have to give RJ Barrett his bread if he really tried to force their hand and really went after the bread. But for him to settle for, a $120 million contract for 4 years, which is, in my eyes, a very team-friendly contract, which also, allows a team to, continue to grow and develop in the future. You feel me? That speaks highly of him and what he believes in the front office. That shows that he believes in the front office, in my eyes, that he has the faith to be like, I'm going to take this less bread so we could continue to develop on winning for the future. You feel me? And that's dope. That poison pill, I don't know what you mean by that, Anna. Poison pill, I might be missing something. Shout out to Anna in the comments, man. But I don't know what you mean by poison pill. Yeah, but that just goes to show that's dope. That's dope. And it also the poison pill cause. I hear, yeah. I hear that. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, the poison pill cause for this year, the teams have to put up to trade for RJ Barrett. I hear that shit. You feel me? I hear that, and that goes right along with what I was about to say. The fact that shows that the team is proving that they're ready to move forward. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Jacob. Thank you again for the updates. You feel me? So that goes to show that the Knicks is more than comfortable moving forward with RJ Barrett. And and believe in what he could do. You feel me? There was rumors that Shams reported that RJ Barrett was offered in the trade for Donovan Mitchell for 2 first rounders. Uh, for RJ Barrett and 2 first rounders for Donovan Mitchell, and the Jazz reportedly uh turned that down. And shout out to the Knicks for showing that, okay, y'all bugging, because we really like this kid and we're going to show you guys. You feel me? And this is a segue because I'm not going to be here long. If Kev don't pull up, I'm not going to be here long. And this goes to show you that we're more than comfortable. Here's to show the Jazz we're more than comfortable moving along with RJ Barrett. You feel me? Yes, we want Donovan Mitchell, but we are more than comfortable moving forward with the team that we have. You feel me? Shout out to Leon Rose and Scott Perry. You know what I mean? Like I'm continuously impressed by this front office. Shout out to them for doing the right thing and extending the young man. I would have been highly upset if he was traded. I would have been highly upset if he wasn't going to get offered his extension. I feel like RJ Barrett absolutely deserves it. This kid showed every single year that he showed. Shout out to Fraz. You know what I mean? He showed every single year that he's getting better. And let's not mention, after the All-Star break, my guy was averaging like 26 points a game. You feel me? Like, yes, he averaged 20 on a season, but after post All-Star break, he was averaging like 26 points a game. Let's not overlook that, because there's quite a few Knicks fans I've seen said that RJ Barrett is overrated, and I'm like, you guys are on the drugs. You guys are on the drugs if you think that RJ Barrett is overrated. Every single year he's increased his point per game average by 2 or 3 points, if I'm not mistaken. Every single year. I mean, yes, he needs to work on the efficiency a little bit more, but every single year his points per game going up. He's becoming a better defender. Last season he took the challenge of guarding the toughest perimeter offensive player, every single game. You feel me? Test himself with becoming a better defender and stepped up to the challenge night in, night out in guarding the toughest guy on each team. On the wing, at least. You feel me? Every night. And this is the guy that we're saying that's overrated, and you can see that he's a much better defender. You see he has the clutch gene. You see that he's improved his offensive game every single year that he's been in the league. So for anybody that don't think this is a good sign for the Knicks, what are you watching? What are you watching? Because there's guys that are not as good as RJ Barrett that get way more praise than RJ Barrett in the NBA, which is ridiculous. You feel me? RJ Barrett only gets as much criticism as he does is because he's a Knick. This is a fact. If RJ Barrett was on any other team in the NBA, putting up the numbers and doing the things that he's been doing on the New York Knicks, they will be praising him as the second coming of Jesus Christ. They would. It's because the fact that RJ Barrett is a Knick is why he's get overlooked and overshadowed for his accomplishments so far. I think RJ Barrett still to this day, I say RJ Barrett is a future superstar in this league, man. The likes of Jimmy Butler, you feel me? The likes of Kawhi Leonard, like, yes, I'm talking that. You feel me? Because those guys, after their third season, if you compare the numbers, they are parallel to each other. You feel me? RJ Barrett numbers to Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard's third years are damn near identical. And this is why I'm so high on him. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to Leon Rose for getting it right. Finally, we got it right. We have an absolute keeper, RJ Barrett. And, this brings up another thing about, RJ Barrett, Jalen Brunson, and Julius Randle being the highest 3-paid Knicks of all time. And people are like, really questioning that. Like, is that a good thing? How y'all feel about that? Bruh, do you realize, like, they're really, like, in the grand scheme of things, they're really not making that much money? It's just, inflation. All three of those guys don't even crack the top 40 highest players in the NBA. So that should go to show you right there everything you need to know about the inflation of the NBA salaries. That in our history, these guys are the highest paid three in Knicks history, but not even the top 40 highest paid players right now. And again, you got to give your hats off to Leon Rose and Scott Perry, because in our history, those are the highest paid, but they're still not even top 40 in the NBA as far as pay go. That's impressive. You know, it was a lot to do about the money that's being tied up between the three of them and all. Bruh, it's not that big of an issue. RJ Barrett is, technically the highest paid on the team right now at 30 mil. Jalen Brunson after, Julius Randle third. But with the new CBA coming up, that our salary cap will open up yet again. You feel me? So I'm not too concerned about the money up between those three. I think those three is going to grow great together. We still got Emmanuel Quickly and Obi on their rookie contracts for another 2 years. Cam Reddish, he's going to have to show improve something if he's still on the team, if this trade don't go through. And he's going to have to show something because he's due for a contract, so we don't know what's going to happen with that situation. Yes, sir. Silas is in the building. I see you, Brody. Definitely team-friendly contract. So we don't know what Cam's situation going to look like if this team stays as is, right? But I'm not worried about the salary situation. I have 100% confidence in this front office. They haven't steered me wrong yet. This new administration is on the money. You feel me? Before I get into, the continuation of the Donovan Mitchell saga, you feel me? I do want to, I've been, every time I get on live, I've had a bone to pick with Stephen A. Smith. And yet again, I have another bone to pick with Stephen A. Smith. You feel me? Shout out to him for giving him credit for doing the right thing about signing RJ Barrett. But you got to stop trying to, like, it's childish tactics that you're trying now when it comes to Leon Rose. Like, you're literally trying to call him a punk, and you're a scaredy cat because he doesn't do interviews with you guys. Like, that doesn't make him a punk. That doesn't make him scared. That doesn't make him running away from accountability. That means he doesn't want to talk to you guys, period. He told you what the plan was when he got the job. Why does he have to come and tell you what the plan is again? He doesn't owe you guys nothing. He doesn't owe you an interview. He don't have to sit there and explain himself to you because he's putting in the work. The work is explaining, it's talking for itself. Literally, the work is talking for itself. He got there. We made the playoffs the first year he got there. Second year, he tried something. It failed. Season over. What he did, he scrapped that plan. Realized Danny Ainge got the job and Donovan Mitchell might be available. So what he did draft night, a move that Stephen A. Smith criticized tremendously. Traded back, got more assets. Oh, before he did that, while doing that, got rid of Kemba Walker, a failed experiment. Got rid of what's the skinny? Noel. Couldn't stay healthy. Got rid of Burks. Not all the way happy about that. Burks was nice if he was playing in his rightful position. But Alex Burke gone too. But the same move that Stephen A. Smith was criticizing on draft night is the same move that got us in a conversation for Donovan Mitchell, somebody that he's been crying and screaming for over the last few months. We wouldn't be in this position for you to cry and scream for Donovan Mitchell if Leon Rose didn't make those moves that you criticize, and you want him to sit here and talk to you about something that you clearly have no idea what you're talking about. Like, why would I sit there and talk to you when clearly I've been making moves and you criticize all these moves, and the moves that I made got us in a position to do something that you're crying on TV about every day? Oh, they got to get Donovan Mitchell. There would be no Donovan Mitchell situation if not for the moves that Leon Rose has made. Stephen A. Smith is upset the fact that he doesn't have access. I said this before on a previous live. The most important thing to these large outlets is access to these teams, to these front office people. That is the most important thing to them. And Leon Rose is taking away that power from them. For them to twist words and spin narratives. Now they have to try to create narratives out of thin air, and they can't do it. It's killing them. That's why Stephen A. is resorting to childish tactics. Oh, he's scared. He's scared. He called that man a coward because he doesn't want to speak to Stephen A. Smith or any media. Yes, he did. He don't owe none of y'all nothing. He felt the need when he did the MSG interview with Mike Breen. He owed the fans a little something, a little explanation, because the season didn't go the way it was expected. So he gave them a little something. Hey guys, we're still working at it. But he don't owe none of these guys nothing. ESPN been having their panties in a bunch about Leon Rose not doing interviews or nothing like that for the longest, and they'll be all right. Now, moving on to the Donovan Mitchell saga before I get off this nasty joint. Pause. That was crazy. I'll say this. The re-signing of RJ Barrett shows me that the Knicks are telling Utah, hey, y'all can play hardball all you guys want. We are comfortable with going into the season without Donovan Mitchell. We would like him, but we are comfortable going into the season with the roster as is. And to me, that signing RJ Barrett at this stage in the game, a few weeks out from training camp, was a leverage pull. It was a leverage pull towards the Knicks because the walls is closing in on Danny Ainge. You already made it known that you want to get rid of Donovan Mitchell. You don't want to take Donovan Mitchell coming into that locker room with that energy that he doesn't want to be there. You don't want to force him to publicly demand a trade and put more and take whatever you got going on over there. You don't want to do that if you're Danny Ainge. And I said this earlier, in offseason. The longer the trade doesn't happen, the more leverage the Knicks have. It's like anything in the world when it comes to stuff with a price. The longer it's on the market, the cheaper it becomes. Because the longer it's on the market, the demand for it goes down. That's the fact. As we see, there's other teams that's making it be known that they're no longer in the race for Donovan Mitchell. We already have the most to offer. And as we get closer and closer to regular season or training camp, and there's less attractive suitors going around, there's almost none at this point. Now he's going to back himself into the corner where it's pretty much either you're going to have to take what we give you. I'm talking about Danny Ainge. Either you're going to have to take what we give you or go into the good luck going into the season with Donovan Mitchell. Because in my eyes, this is not, if we don't get Donovan Mitchell, the world is ending. It's not that situation for me. It's not that. It's not that. I feel if we don't get Donovan Mitchell, I'm perfectly fine going into the regular season with the roster we have. Perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with a starting lineup of Jalen Brunson. Evan Fournier probably going to start. I'm really not too high on the defensive part of that part. But for just for sake of argument, Jalen Brunson, either one of Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, or Cam Reddish at the two, or RJ Barrett gonna have to slide to the two if Cam Reddish is in the start or out. But for the sake of the argument, he's gonna stay at two, right? Any one of those three guys, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson, I'm comfortable going into the season with that. And then you look at the bench, Emmanuel quickly, Derrick Rose, or Quentin Grimes, or Cam Reddish. You feel me? Or Cam Reddish should be at the three in this situation, right? Cam Reddish, Obi, Hartenstein. I'm comfortable with that. With Hartenstein interchangeable with Jericho Sims, I'm comfortable with that. I'm very comfortable with that. So if we don't get Donovan Mitchell, because to be perfectly honest, Donovan Mitchell is not going, like, even if we trade for him, it's not going to make us a championship team. We're not going to the championship this year. Yes, it puts us in a better position, absolutely. Yes, puts us in a better position, absolutely. You feel me? Like, getting Donovan Mitchell definitely moves the needle for us. But it doesn't put us in championship mode. So that's why I'm so comfortable being like, yo, I'll play chicken with Danny Ainge. I'll play chicken with him. This is our offer. Take it or leave it. Because nobody else is going to offer you anything else better. You want picks? I'm not a fan of holding on to the picks. I don't care. If we get Donovan Mitchell, give them all the picks they want. But when you come to the combination of picks and players, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of giving 4 picks and then you talk about trading Evan Fournier, Obi Toppin, and Quentin Grimes. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of those. You getting both of those 2 young players and 4 first-round draft picks, and then it's not like we trading a scrub in Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier is very serviceable. I feel like he was just asked to do stuff that he's not equipped to do, which was create his own shot a lot of the times, and that's not what he does, right? So it's not like you're getting a scrub in him either. So no, I'm not comfortable with that. But say, for instance, if you want 5 first rounders and you take Evan and let's say Derrick Rose just to make the money work. You feel me? I'll give you that. Yeah, you can have that. And I get to keep all my young players. I'll give you that. All day in America. Give you that. But there's no way in the world that I'm giving you 4 or more draft picks and 2 or more young players. It's not happening. It's not happening if I'm the Knicks. I don't believe Leon Rose is going to do that. Leon Rose hasn't let me down yet. He hasn't lost the trade yet since he's been the president of the Knicks basketball operation. Since he's been there, he hasn't lost the trade yet. And I don't think he's going to start now. You know, for all the people think that the Jazz got all the leverage, you're bugging. They don't. So you're going to take less to spite the Knicks. Like, that doesn't make sense. You're going to take less than what you want to spite the Knicks because the Knicks don't want to give you what you want. That don't make sense. I don't see any shrewd businessman doing that. There's a rumor, that's a fact, Barry. There's a rumor that the Lakers is getting involved in a 3-team trade. I don't really like that too much. You feel me? I don't really like that too much because that means there's gonna be more young people from our team leaving for the sake of us getting Donovan Mitchell. Like Barry said, the Lakers want Cam. I think Cam would be an amazing fit over there in LA, honestly. But I think he's a great fit here. You feel me? But yeah, then We get to keep some draft picks because LA got some draft picks that the Jazz want. I forgot the numbers of the draft picks, but yeah, they got some draft picks that the Jazz want, so they can send some draft picks over there. But we're still going to end up having to send at least one or two uh, young players over to Utah still. So I'm worried about the 3-team trade. That makes me a little bit nervous. Uh, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you, Fraz. I feel like I've said that they never had leverage, but they got a little to none now. You feel me? Yeah, I feel you because Silas, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. I agree with you 110% about Tibbs giving Cam a shot early because it's hard to deny what you started to see from Cam before he started to get hurt. When he started to get comfortable in the flow of the offense and what the Knicks was trying to do, you started to see something happen with that kid. And him and RJ Barrett on the floor together is something special, man. It's something special waiting to happen. The same kind of synergy that that Obi and Quick got. That's the same kind of synergy that RJ and Cam got. I can't wait to see a situation where we got a lineup where, you know, f- uh, Quick, RJ, Cam, Obi on the court at the same time, bruh. That is gonna be Showtime basketball right there. You talk about all these guys who get up and down the court. They're all athletic. They all could finish in the open court. RJ Barrett is a better 3-point shooter than he get credit for. Yes, he struggled a lot this year, but when he was on, he was on. The year before, he shot over 40%. Like, it's gonna be that's Showtime basketball. So, and I can see why Terrence. You know what I mean, that's my name twin right there. I can see why Terrence, but my guy Tony. You know what I mean, shout out to Tony. Um, he said something on one of my live game spaces that we do on Twitter. If you're not following me already or following us, excuse me, already on Twitter, do so. Yeah, I mean the ad name is right below my face. You feel me? He says something about why Cam didn't get a lot of PT when he first came to the Knicks. That made a lot of sense. You know, Tibbs is a guy that preaches to his players. If you work hard, you grind hard, you're gonna get your opportunity. And for us to trade for Cam Reddish and him just thrust him in a lineup before a lot of people who's been putting in the work, uh, wouldn't have been fair. You know, and that could cause a rift in your team, in the morale. So Cam had to wait his time, but when Cam got his time, Tibbs was playing him, and he was playing well. You did say that. You did say that. Silas, you did say that. And I know y'all all seen that video that's circulating. I think it was Ant-Man and a few other young guys, talking about before they got to the NBA, talk about, Cam Reddish and how much of a fire player he is. And he the thing that's been holding Cam back is injury mostly, man. Uh that's it, injury. And the fact that Atlanta thought they was gonna build Golden State over in Atlanta. You feel me? Those two things is what held Cam back. You feel me? That's why they got Herder because they thought he was gonna be like, Trey Young's Clay. And that's what been holding, what you gonna call it, Cam back as well as the injuries. Yeah, yo, Jacob, you right, Brody. I think that they got to find some minutes for him, especially because, like you said, you traded the first for him. But in the situation that he came in, I agree that he shouldn't have been thrusted into in the rotation because it was other guys that been putting in work and buying into Tibbs' system, and it'd be unfair for Tibbs to put this guy in over them. You feel me? Especially because he don't have much of a resume to speak of. You know, if he was like a veteran or something like that with an extensive resume, absolutely he would get the rotation spot. But the fact that he ain't really, accomplished much yet in the NBA, it'd be hard for a coach to justify, trading for him and then throwing him in the rotation over the other young guys as well. Yeah, but bruh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait for the season to start. I can't wait for this Donovan Mitchell saga to be over. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm really over talking about Donovan Mitchell every time I get on this live and the possibilities of us trading for him. I think Spider is a dope player. I think he'll help this team, but at the same time, I'm more than comfortable not trading for him. You feel me? If you watch me on KVN Who Run the City podcast with my co-host Big Fan Breezy, I said it. I think that we're gonna be in the 6th seed. I think we're gonna be a playoff team with the team as is. Yes, you heard me correctly. Yes, and I think one is because Jalen Brunson brings a stability to the starting lineup that we haven't had in the last 2 seasons, or let alone the last 20 years or something like that, right? He brings that stability to the starting lineup, right? And when you look at our bench as is, bro, there's not too many benches in the NBA that's gonna be able to rump with us, man. There's not too many people, not too many benches in the NBA that can rump with us, man. I don't see it. I think we're a really deep team, bro. I really do. If you look at every position, and people don't give Manuel Quickly enough credit for being a point guard, and he's a great point guard. I mean, not great, but he's getting there. You feel me? Like, and you got Jalen Brunson starting, Quickly backing him up, or Derrick Rose. You feel me? I don't know how they're gonna run it. One Derrick Rose, one Quickly two, or Quickly one Derrick Rose two. But the one thing that's impressed me, and I keep on saying it about Emmanuel Quickly, is his assist to turnover ratio, bro. That's a great stat. I think he's 4-1 or something, like 5-1, 4-1 or 5-1. Emmanuel Quickly is assist to turnover ratio. He averages like 5 assists coming off the bench. Well, at least he did in the second half of the season, right? He was averaging like 5 assists off the bench. If your backup point guard is giving you 5 assists off the bench, that is amazing. That is amazing. For a backup point to give you 5 assists, we all know that he could shoot the rock. You seen him in the gym working on his finishing. You also know he got the floater, and he got the little midi. He's quick. He could break down defense. He knows how to kick the ball out of the paint. Derrick Rose is Derrick Rose. You feel me? He's not MVP Derrick Rose, but you saw what he did for us when he was healthy the season before. We saw what he did for us. And now with the rest of the way it is, we won't have to lean on Derrick Rose as much. If we keep Cam, we just spoke about Cam and how nasty Cam is. If he's healthy and could get on the court. Could finish with both hands, finish in transition, could shoot. He's 6'8". Really long arms, could defend. Obi, we know what Obi does. He's a fast break threat. Bunny's out the gym. You got 3 people that could play point on the team right now that could get him the ball in situations that he wasn't getting the ball in last season because we didn't have a point guard. Obi is a cutter. He's a slasher. Right? He's a cutter slasher. How many times last season we've been watching these games where Obi will do a backdoor cut and nobody hit him with the ball? Because we had Alec Burke running point, and that's not what Alec Burke does. Or the ball is in Julius Randle's hand. Julius Randle's not a point forward. Now we have the likes of Jalen Brunson, Emmanuel Quickly, and Rose that can help Obi reach, start to reach his potential. Hartenstein, I think that was a sleeper pickup for us, man. Like, people ain't giving that pickup enough credit. Hartenstein, he's a good rim protector. He's a floor spacing five. He can pass out of the five position. Bro, that was a sleeper pickup. And Jericho Sims, you saw it in Summer League, man. He's showing growth too. Like, I don't see too many people romping with our bench. Our starting five, as of right now, may not, run over people or be a powerhouse per se, but we don't need them to. We need them to hold serve. Get out there, hold serve. Don't get blown out. Let the bench come in and blow out their bench, and then you come back in, hold serve. The bench come back in. Let's build the lead some more, and then the starting five come in and take the game home. So my prediction is 6th seed for us this season. I think we're gonna surprise a lot of teams, run a lot of teams out of the gym. I think so. That's how I feel. You got a lot of pessimistic Knicks fans, and I get it, man. It's been a long road being a Knicks fan. Especially you've been a Knicks fan for 20, 30 years. Some guys has been Knicks fans for 40 plus. You know what I mean? So I know all the hurt and pain that they see, and it's hard to believe that, we got some solid ballers on the club, and it's just not at one or two positions. It's at every position. We got somebody solid. We got somebody solid at every position. I think RJ Barrett is going to have a big year this year. I think he's going to have a tremendous year. I think Julius Randle is going to have a bounce back year, all because of what Jalen Brunson could do. I really believe that. For real, this is the last topic before I get up out of here. You know what I mean? There's also been rumors for that Carmelo Anthony has interest in coming back to the Knicks. I'm on the fence. I love Melo. Don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. I love Melo. But if we don't trade for Donovan Mitchell, Melo should not come back. And the reason why I say this is because, like we was just talking about, if Melo come back, he's going to take Cam's minutes. He's going to take Cam's minutes. Those minutes that Melo's going to get, he's going to take Cam's. Cam's minutes going to be gone if Melo comes back. Unless Melo is coming back just to be a mentor and retire. You feel me? Like, that's the only way that's going to work. But Melo's a baller. He's going to want to get on the court, and there's teams that's going to actually put him on the basketball court. You feel me? So if he comes here, he's definitely going to take Cam's minutes. But if we trade for Donovan Mitchell, I feel like Cam's going to be a part of that trade. I really do feel like Cam's going to be a part of that trade. And that's when you could bring Melo back. And I think that would be great too. And for more than one reason. I think he's going to be he could be a tremendous mentor on the team, especially for Julius Randle. I think he'll be a tremendous mentor for Julius Randle. Also, I think about it like this too. Melo's going to be 30. I think he's 38 now. I think Melo's 38 now, right? It's the sun is setting on Melo's career, bro. The sun is definitely setting on Melo's career. He's 38. He's 38. He'll be 39 before the season's out. Oh, he's a Gemini. I didn't even know Melo was a Gemini. Shout out to my fellow Jimmy. You feel me? I didn't even know Melo was a Gemini. But yeah. Yo, JJP, I appreciate you, bro. I mean, I really do. The reason why I haven't been posting much lately is because I don't like talking about the same shit over and over. I'm not going to get on here every other day and talk about Donovan Mitchell, bro. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. I stopped posting on Twitter as much. Shout out to Kev for keeping the Twitter popping, but I stopped posting on Twitter as much because I just can't talk about the same thing every day, the same exact thing every day, like in different variations of what's going to happen with Donovan Mitchell. I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. Can't do it. So I pop up every once in a while. I do my shit. But when the season starts, JJP, we lit. We lit. We back in action for real. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, but yeah, and like I was saying, another thing about Melo coming to the team, he's gonna be 39 by the season, and if he's coming here to retire, absolutely, right? And the benefit of that is this, right? It takes away the pressure of, if Melo comes for his farewell tour, it takes away the pressure of Jalen Brunson, feeling like he has to live up to that big contract, and takes away the media, eyes off of his, like, putting his individual play under a microscope every game. And it also takes away the pressure of, the media doing the same thing to Julius Randle. Every game putting his game under a microscope. It'll be more about every game will be more about saying goodbye to the great Carmelo Anthony than it would be about those two guys. And that would help the team tremendously in itself. You feel me? Like, to take away that pressure off those two guys. And the same thing with RJ Barrett having to live up to his contract. You feel me? Like, Carmelo Anthony coming here for a farewell tour would relieve a lot of pressure off of those individual players. And that's fire. And I love Carmelo Anthony, and I want him to retire a Knick. You feel me? Yes, I want him to retire a Knick. Some people could make the argument that he's accomplished more in Denver, but he was loved more here. We loved Melo. Well, at least I did. At least I did. And it would be absolutely amazing to watch him retire a Knick. Silas is nowhere in the world he's playing every 3 to 4 games, bro. That's unrealistic. That's unrealistic. That's why I said if the trade for Donovan Mitchell go through, that's when I would sign Melo. I wouldn't sign him before that. But if it goes through, because we're going to give up some young people. We're giving up some young people if that trade goes through. Whether it be Obi, whether it be Quick, whether it be Grimes, some of those minutes going to open up, man. Some of those minutes going to open up if the Donovan Mitchell trade go through. So you could get Melo for that. But if the team stay as is, I wouldn't bring him here because he's going to take away some minutes from some of the young guys who need the PT. Bruh. Talk about it, Fraz. Talk about it. Absolutely. And the reason why it's going to be dangerous because we got Quick is great in pick and roll. Quick is great in pick and roll. You already know Brunson is great in pick and roll. And you know what Derrick Rose could do in pick and roll. Like, you got 3 guards, essentially, that's going to be handling the ball that all excel in pick and roll basketball. And then you got the bigs that also excel in pick and roll basketball. Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, coming off the bench, Obi. Obi got to set better screens. If Obi set better screens, he'll be super dangerous at pick and roll. Hartenstein, pick and pop, pick and roll. Jericho Sims, like the pairing of these guys and their abilities. Like, and people go, "Oh, I don't." I heard people say that this team don't mesh well. The team meshes well because they're all complementary players. They all do things that complement each other. You like, bro, and I think it's understated how good, like, because they had a bad shooting year last year as a whole, and that's because of lack of offensive continuity. Uh, that the you know the default the 3-point efficiency was down, and that's because of the lack of offensive continuity because we didn't have a real point guard. But there's guys on this team that could shoot. When the ball is moving the way it's supposed to be moving, there's guys on this team that can shoot. Bro, it's gonna be exciting to see. We're 50 something games out for the regular season. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. If you haven't heard already, because I'm about to sign off this. If you haven't heard already, September 10th, we're doing Who Run the City, Knicks versus Nets, fan games. Pull up. You feel me? All skill levels of basketball are welcome. You feel me? I'm playing. I at this stage of my life, I am nowhere near what you consider a baller or avid baller. You feel me? For that matter, like, it's all about coming out and having fun. You know what I mean? And that's what we're doing. It's September 10th, Pier 2 Brooklyn Bridge Park at 11 o'clock. You know what I mean? We're going to play some basketball. I got a few of my guys in here that's pulling up. Fraz is pulling up all the way from PA. Barry's pulling up. You know what I mean? Like, you got a few people that's pulling up. So y'all more than welcome to come and pull up and play basketball, and let's beat some net fans. You know what I mean? Let's beat some net fans in basketball. That's what this is about. Team Knicks N Ish, Team New York Knicks is going to beat net fans in basketball. That's what we all coming outside for. Net fans are coming to lose. Knicks fans are coming to win. We're gonna play some games. And I beg you, if you pulling up, uh be close to as on time as possible, bro. Cause if you hoping to play basketball with me, T-Tom, you gonna have to be early. Because after I'm done playing, I'm done playing. I'm old. Most of us are up there a little bit in age. I got bad knees. And I haven't been playing basketball enough to be playing basketball 4 or 5 games in. Nah, nah. T Tom got a few games in him, and that's it. That's it. T Tom got a few games in him, and that is it, bro. So pull up on time. Oh, we streaming it live. Shout out to our sponsors, Mixar Media Streaming. You feel me? All games gonna be streamed live, so we could talk trash about this later. You feel me? That's a fact. Fraz already know what it is. Once the Henny is in the system, I am not playing basketball, bro. I am talking shit. And oh yeah, and every game that I'm not playing, I'm commentating, man. It's gonna be a beautiful day, man. It's gonna be a beautiful day. We're gonna come together in love of the sport. Like I said, Pier 2 Brooklyn Bridge, 11 a.m. You know what I mean? It's lit. Uh, we gonna eat some food after. You know what I mean? After everybody playing and done playing and all that, we're gonna motivate, eat some food, barbecue or something. Bears, Hennessy. You know what I mean? I'm drinking Hennessy. BYOB. I don't know what y'all drinking. But at tea time, we're going to have some Hennessy there. But it's BYOB as far as that. We're going to have water and some juices and stuff there if you don't drink. You know what I mean? But yes, sir. Yes, sir. Early birthday celebration for my guy, Fraz. Look, that's dope, man. He could be anywhere in the world starting up his birthday, but he going to come in and vibe out with the Who Run the City family. You know what I mean? Uh, but yeah, shout out to everybody that pulled up tonight. You know what I mean? As the season, gets closer, and we have other things to talk about besides Donovan Mitchell, I will be going live more often. You know, I know there's people who be looking for me. I'm sorry, guys. I just can't do it, bro. I just can't do it. I can't talk about the same thing every day. So now you good, Kev. You good, Kev. You know what I mean? It's all good, man. I was just wrapping up anyway. Yeah, shout out to everybody that pulled up. Yo, listen, man. Yo, Barry, Barry, man. You know you my guy, right? And we play well together, right? But you're a KD fan, so that by fault makes you a net on the net team. And unfortunately for you, you're going to be on the losing side, bro. You're going to be on the losing side, bro. I'm sorry to tell you. You're going to be on the losing side. Team Knicks is coming to win everything. And if you're pulling up, please wear your team gear, man. If you a Net fan, wear your Nets gear. You know what I mean? If you a Knicks fan, wear your Knicks gear. That's important. That's a part of what we're doing, man. And it's gonna make for some really fire picks after everything is all said and done. Yo, shout out to everybody for pulling up, man. I'm out of here.